first time I'd actually ever heard about oyster farming was when I visited some friends with my sister up in Massachusetts, and there's this girl, Jenny, who I think her family owned or works for Mary Oysters, and she's like this tiny little thing, and I was just so amazed that like she could work at an oyster farm. And my sister asked her one time, like, oh, is it hard, like have you ever felt like discouraged or that it's harder for you since you're a girl compared to like guys? And she's like, no, like you're stronger than you think, it's never been an issue. But I was like, Jenny can do it, I can do it. Like that'll be my motivating quote by her. It's so much fun to just be out here. You just gotta like get through to the summer and you'll never want to quit. And so that's what kind of happened. Like I just had to stick with it, and I would like come home from work exhausted at first, and my parents were like, Beatrice, are you okay? Because it was just so draining. Like I had never done something that physical before. Not to like play the like weak feminine part at all, but like that's how the job really made me feel. I was like, I don't know, like I'm not a big burly man, I don't know if I can do this. But then it just like got so much easier as time went on. Like the muscles that came were insane. I was like, wow, best shape of my life, this is great. You can be like talking to, you know, a group of people that you graduated with. Someone might be a doctor, someone might be like an artist, someone might be like an accountant or something. And you're just like, oh, I farm oysters. I'm just like, what? Because it's just never been something that you're historically told growing up is a possibility. But I think it's just like it's just like one of those random things that kind of catches people by surprise.
When it comes to oyster farming, there's not a right or wrong way to do it. There's definitely better or worse, you know, more efficient or less efficient, but that's one thing that's pretty cool about this industry, that there's not a set in stone way to grow oysters. However, every farm has their own method. You know, at Matunuk, we get oysters, you know, sometime in midsummer, and we buy them by the millions. You know, when they're young and they're small, they're more like a sunflower seed than an oyster seed. You know, they're pretty soft and you could crush them in your hands. So we keep them protected and floating at the surface for the first year. So more water is going to grow a faster and larger animal. You know, they'll sit in there for that second year. They'll sit in these open-faced trays until the end of that summer. At that point, a large percentage will be of our size that we're able to harvest, which is around, you know, a 3-inch animal. You know, I get to work outdoors year-round on the water. For me, I can't really imagine not doing something like that. I've seen a lot of different crews. Like 2 years ago, the average kind of person on the crew was like a 45-year-old man, and now it seems like these days, you know, the average employee here is a 20-year-old woman. As long as you've got a good attitude and you're willing to learn and you like getting a little wet and dirty, you can do this job. It's the best way I can sum it up.
So I'm Michelle Connor, I'm 20 years old, and I'm an oyster farmer. I'm the type of person, like, you don't have to be, like, wearing a dress to be feminine. Like, I find this, like, the most strongest thing a woman could do. Like, look at what I'm doing compared to someone else. Like, I just feel, like strongest in my moment. I guess that's like the whole reason why I wanted to be within like oyster farming. Like I have like this weird thing, like I always have to look at oysters now. Like you go to the restaurants or like grocery stores and like the seafood area. Like I used to look at the lobsters, but now I'm just like looking at the oysters because you can tell like how different they are.
This is a song about somebody else, so don't worry yourself, worry yourself. The devil's right there in the details. You don't wanna hurt yourself, hurt yourself. Looking too closely, looking too closely. Oh no, no, no. Put your arms around somebody else, and don't punish yourself, punish yourself.
I'm delighted to have 3 daughters. I had a brother growing up and no sisters, so I'm absolutely delighted to have 3 daughters. And also because my mom is a strong feminist and helping and made a point to share and show how important it is that women feel empowered to do all things, not just what have been traditional women's roles. So for me personally, I always have enjoyed more doing things that aren't typically, doing things that men do. That's just what I like to do, which is working physically. Anyway, one of the things that I was really glad to be able to share with our daughters was how you can be this hard worker and get dirty and be exhausted by the end of the day, but you can come home, put on beautiful feminine clothes, and go out and be as, sort of feminine as you want to be. And to me, that is, I don't think guys can do that. Like, guys wouldn't have that opportunity to change roles. And to me, it's just so expansive to be able to sort of be on both sides.
Truth is like blood underneath your fingernails. You don't wanna hurt yourself, hurt yourself. Looking too closely, looking too closely. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no. Hurt yourself, hurt yourself. You don't wanna hurt yourself, hurt yourself. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no.
Okay, I painted my nails for the first time in years because here my fingers peel after work and the skin will fall off of them, and I wanted my hands to look pretty, so.
Looking too closely, looking too closely. Oh no, no, no. You don't wanna hurt yourself, hurt yourself.
Perry has farm tours, so people come out to the farm and drink champagne and eat oysters on a much nicer barge than the one that we use. And they'll come out and they'll see us and they'll be like, wow, like there's girls working out there. And we're like, yeah, like, of course we're out here, you know? Like who do you expect to be out here? I think that everyone has a different definition of when they feel the most feminine or like the most womanly. I I love coming home after a long day, and I'm wearing like 3 sweatshirts, like they smell like oysters. My pants are like wet from my waders, and I feel like I've lived a life in the day of a human. Like, I feel tired, I feel strong, I feel like I've accomplished something. And, you know, that's what, like, being womanly is to me, you know, like being a human and working hard and being satisfied with my day. So, yeah, I love smelling like oysters at the end of the day because, like, I just worked with oysters all day. What else do you think I'm gonna smell like?
That's good.